Samhain and horrific Halloween. You are listening to the Lurking Transmission.
Hey, good to see y'all home safe. Y'all have fun? Good. Yeah, kid, absolutely. Don't make me emotional, alright? I've had a couple beers. But look, seriously, I will never, ever get tired of this as long as I live. Ever. If y'all girls want to sit on the porch with this old dork and listen to spooky stories, I'm there. Period. Everybody here for the night? Cool. Grab your bong and meet me on the porch. You new girls try not to look so shocked. Old dude ain't no fucking narc. Oof. Yeah, sorry kid, the rocking chair's mine. Thanks. Hey, put a fresh candle in the jack-o'-lantern, Beth, and make sure we're good on the back porch, too. Wouldn't want to let the ghosts creep up on us while we're telling ghost stories. Thanks, Beth. Hey, while she's gone, look, I'm not interrogating you ladies, okay? You're home safe and you have fun, and that's all that matters to me, really. But did y'all go over to Northgate tonight? Thank you. Seriously. And I believe you. So either you're brilliant liars or you're telling the truth. Either way, Hey, Beth, are we safely lit on the back porch? Cool. Yeah, I asked them. Sorry. Maybe if you have kids one day, you'll understand, okay? I was a kid, you know, which I guess... Yeah, it's probably time for this story. The Northgate story. Yeah, the Northgate story. Everybody get a good bong rip and get ready. This one is true and scary. Halloween, 1989. I was 15 years old. I wasn't wonderfully popular or particularly hated or anything, though reasonably handsome, but I wasn't the kind of boy who you'd think would be invited by the hot, the prettiest, coolest, most bodacious girl at school. First off, most of y'all grew up here too, right? You think the school is small now? Imagine what it was like back then, with almost half the kids. So yeah, Moon, her name was Moon, or that's what everybody called her anyway. Her real name was June Long. She was... Damn, I don't know what she was. And I don't want to sound like some old insensitive man here. Also, none of you are recording this, right? I ain't trying to end up on TikTok or whatever y'all are into looking stupid. Phones up, let me see them all. Okay, right, Moon. The dumb kids thought she was Chinese, as most dumb Southerners seem to think any Asian person is. And those of us that thought we were smart figured she was Japanese, probably by way of Hawaii. But honestly, looking back, I have no idea. I think Long is a Chinese name, but she could have been for Alabama for all we knew. She sounded just like the rest of us. She was pecan tan and fine as all outdoors, and the best gymnast on the team. She stuck out in small-town South Georgia, that's for sure. Every boy in school had a thing for her, and she was 17, which brings me back to the point that somebody like me should never have been invited to go out with a girl like that. I should have known the night would go wrong. Not that it did because of her exactly. Well, anyway, it didn't make any sense, and I should have paid attention, but I didn't. Moon walked up to me as we were walking out of the gym 2 days before Halloween and asked if I wanted to go out riding with her on Halloween night. She had a dark blue Thunderbird with a T-top. You guys ever seen a T-top? Look it up, Beth. Show them. Man, they were cool. So obviously, I said yes immediately, but not too dorky, you know? Or at least I hoped. Probably still a dork. Anyway, I said yes, and she gave me what looked like a very real smile and walked on. I was knocked out thinking about rolling with her in that T-Bird. I didn't have a car, nor did any of the few friends I had who were old enough to drive. Riding around on the weekend was like for the preppy kids, the private school kids. But there were a few kids with cars, and Moon's was among the coolest. Is this boring? This is boring. Okay. Northgate. Y'all won't really be able to believe this. Like, you'll think you can understand what I'm saying when I say it, but you'd have to have seen it. You'd have to have been around. And Beth's grandma knows in a way that I can't even understand. Northgate has always been there, and it's always looked exactly like it does now. One little dead-end street with a cul-de-sac that nobody has ever lived on. Ever. Every one of those houses has been just as empty and dusty as they are now, as far back as I can remember, and as far back as my parents can remember. There ain't never been no killer out there like people say. That's bullshit. But it ain't right. Beth's grandma says somebody looked into it in the late 70s. Everybody figured if they poked into the town papers, they'd see who owned the land out there, and maybe they could find the right person to ask some questions, but there wasn't any deeds for the land, and as far as anyone could tell, nobody owned it, and nobody wanted any of it. And that's how it's always been. Y'all know. What have your folks told you about Northgate? Stay away from there, right? Right. And that's for the best. So, Halloween night, 1989. Moon comes to my house to pick me up. My brothers are jealous as hell. I loved every second of it. I felt like the coolest kid ever. Like something from a movie. Moon had someone else in her car with her, a girl named Caroline Lassiter. I don't think I'd ever spoken to Caroline Lassiter once before that night. She was, I guess, kind of nerdy, I thought. She wore a lot of long-sleeve button-ups, buttoned all the way up. That night she was wearing double denim, a long-sleeved button-up and overalls, with her face painted like a scarecrow and a big straw hat. I was dressed like Kiefer Sutherland from the Lost Boys. My mom bleached my hair and everything. Y'all ever seen the Lost Boys? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Anyway, Moon was dressed like Freddy Krueger. She had the sweater and the hat and the glove, but her face was normal. Y'all know Freddy Krueger, right? Cool. So yeah, I was a little disappointed to see Caroline in the car, but also sort of stoked and nervous about hanging out with two girls for Halloween. We rode all over town, got into all kinds of stuff. Mostly we met up with various people in various parking lots and smoked cigarettes and listened to Thriller about 50 times on something called the radio that y'all will never understand. Mostly we had a blast, though Caroline seemed to wish I wasn't there. She wasn't rude or anything, just distant. I could tell I was more of a nuisance to her than anything, and that was kind of embarrassing, you know? But, we managed to have fun anyway, it seemed. Moon was spontaneous and cool and wasn't scared of anything. We even went trick-or-treating toward the end of the night when we got a little silly. And that's when we ended up in Northgate. We had left Moon's T-Bird parked at First Baptist and were walking down a garbage truck alley somewhere off Harney Street when the lights went out. As in, the power went out in the whole neighborhood. The street lights and porch lights all died, and there was nothing but jack-o'-lanterns glowing here and there throughout the neighborhood. Moon grabbed me and Caroline by the arms and pulled us close. A group of kids flew out of some bushes, all dressed like ghosts and glow-in-the-dark skull masks, and we ran. We weren't scared, really. It was just fun. The kids chased us all the way down the alley and out to the other side of the block, and then they jumped a fence together and ran away into the night, howling and trailing pale sheets behind them in the dark. We had come out on the hill on Andrews Drive, which was a big vacant lot full of tall grass back then, where that gas station is now. Anyway, kids and cars full of kids and parents seemed to be slowly leaking out of the neighborhood, like everybody was being scared home for the night because the power was out. I remember being so bummed out thinking the night was over. Then Moon said she saw lights. From where we were on the hill, we could see way down Andrews Drive and out past Wayne's barber shop, all the way to Northgate, where the lights were. We had a brief discussion about how the lights were closer than the T-Bird, and we set off. I'm sure we all knew the lights were coming from Northgate, we just didn't want to talk about it, I guess. Probably if somebody had said something, we wouldn't have had the nerve to walk out there, but from that hill down Andrews Drive to Northgate's maybe half a mile, and y'all know there ain't many houses out there now, but there were even fewer back then. It was a spooky walk. We didn't think the dark was bad back in the neighborhood with the jack-o'-lanterns on the porches and the occasional car coming by, but out there it was really dark. Scary. But ahead there were lights. The whole little neighborhood lit up. And when we walked up on it, it's like the spell finally broke. Caroline said, "This is Northgate," like she was just now realizing it. But there ain't no way she didn't know that's where we were walking. This is where it gets real weird. So Moon grabbed us both and pulled us into Northgate, past the old iron sign, which is always surrounded by kudzu but never covered by it. There were cars parked at the houses, and all the houses had lights on. The street lights were lit, but they were a weird gold color, like not orange like typical street lights, or pale blue like those LED ones they have now. They were gold, and not very strong, like the light didn't seem to cut the dark very well. There was music everywhere, all kinds of weird old-timey music, but nothing we recognized. No Monster Mash or nothing like that, just like some kind of jazz, I guess I'd call it. Swing, maybe? It was swing music. Anyway, it was weird. I knew it wasn't right. We all did. Caroline wanted to leave, but Moon didn't. There were lights on at every house, but there's a big old 2-story house at that cul-de-sac that y'all wouldn't know nothing about if you ain't never been down there like we tell y'all not to. But there was a party going on at that big old 2-story house, and Moon wanted to check it out. She was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen in her Freddy Krueger hat and sweater. I wasn't going to say no, and Caroline hadn't said no all night. And then standing there in that neighborhood full of people and cars and lights and music that shouldn't be there, I saw a look on Caroline's face when Moon was begging her to come check out the party, and I understood. Caroline was out there that night for the exact same reason as me. We were both under Moon's spell, both just hoping we'd get a kiss that night if we were lucky. So we walked further into Northgate, towards the party at the big house. There wasn't any jack-o'-lanterns anywhere, but everybody was dressed up. At least we thought they were. Everybody was wearing stuff like from the early 1900s, with lots of tweed and layers and hats. Seemed like all the women had hats. There was this one lady. Everybody in the yard of the big 2-story house was playing croquet, which I had never seen before in my life and had never seen since. Everybody was talking, but they were all speaking in another language that sounded like nothing. It sounded like made-up words, gobbledygook. And everybody was looking at us as we walked by. Nobody was smiling. There was one lady in a dark blue veil that covered her whole body like a shiny robe. She wasn't playing croquet, she was just standing there. Caroline kept looking at me like, what are we doing? But Moon kept walking, and we kept following. We walked up the steps and into the house through these huge double doors. There was 100 people inside, all talking in that crazy gibberish, all dressed up like New Year's Eve in 1915 or something. The place was full of smoke, so many cigars, and people with those long cigarette holders. We walked through the crowd further into the house until we got to the biggest hallway I've ever seen. It was like something out of a museum or a castle. The ceiling was arched stone that looked like it was 100 feet above us, and the hallway must have been 60 feet wide. It had these alcoves every 30 feet or so with suits of armor standing on top of these huge blue cubes made of glass with light inside. The hallway went back so far it seemed like we walked for 100 yards. There were little groups of people here and there in the blue light, talking low in that other language, watching us. At the end of the hallway, we expected to walk out of the house and into a backyard or something, but there was a huge indoor pool lit with blue light. The room it was in was huge, as big as the whole house looked from the outside. The ceiling was way up high and made out of arched glass. I remember seeing the moon, but no stars. Everybody in the pool was wearing those old-timey swimsuits, like bathing suits with the tank tops for men and all that. There were servers walking around with silver platters stacked with champagne that looked blue in the light. We all grabbed a glass and drank one, and then Moon led the way around the pool to a huge staircase leading up. I was scared. None of it felt right. I wanted to run, but we were so far into the place then I was scared to run by myself, and I didn't want to leave the girls. There were people partying all up and down the stairs. Everybody seemed drunk and loud, not a soul speaking English. Everybody looking at us, but nobody talking to us. We saw another lady in a shiny blue veil standing in a corner of the staircase. The light in there was all gold, and everybody was in tweed or pastel. She stuck out like the only thing in real color. Caroline jerked when she saw her and said, "Let's go, Moon. I want to go." Moon looked at the lady in the blue veil in the corner and raised her plastic Freddy glove at her and said, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." The woman never moved. Moon laughed and kept walking up the stairs, and we followed. Eventually, we got out of that staircase. I don't remember if we reached the top or just walked through a door on one of the landings. It was another huge hallway. This one was all wood paneling and glass cases holding relics and big taxidermied animals. There were people everywhere. I remember thinking, there are as many people in this house as there are in this whole town. And right then Caroline grabbed me and said, "We gotta go, Gary. Right now." I looked into her eyes for just a second and saw how serious she was. I saw that she had been thinking everything that I had this whole time, and enough was enough. This was way wrong, and we had to get out of there immediately. I started nodding my head and was about to say, "Yeah, let's go," when we noticed Moon had wandered off. We spotted her further down the hall, standing in front of a set of glass doors that looked like they would lead out to a balcony or something, but shit. Yeah, so we walked over to Moon, and as we got close to her, I heard her say, "What is that?" And it occurred to me that she couldn't be looking out at a balcony, because the way we were facing should have been looking back toward the house. At least I thought. But me and Caroline looked through the glass at the same time and saw the dark out there and the moon. No stars, though. And out there, down there, the ground was... I couldn't tell what I was looking at. I think it probably took about 5 whole seconds, but it seemed like a lot longer. I thought it was water at first, like there was a lake out there or something, but there was a hill, a huge hill, or maybe a wave, and it was all shiny and blue, everything out there. It was like the whole horizon was just this shiny blue landscape under the moon, with a huge hill in the middle. And it all started moving. It moved away from the house like a wave rolling back from the beach and into the ocean. The shiny blue landscape just pulling back toward the hill, and I tipped forward and bumped my head on the glass. I didn't process it at the time because things started moving real damn quick after that, but as the blue peeled away from that black out there, I thought of the lady in the veil that had followed us through the house. I was sure she had followed us. And I thought I knew, like in a nightmare, that the blue would pull back from that hill and under there it wouldn't be no hill. Caroline screamed, Moon screamed, and the lights went out. We grabbed onto each other and started to run through the dark like some kind of 6-legged monster, bouncing off the corners of things and people we couldn't make out in the dark and just running, hoping to find the stairs. In the dark all around us, everybody started laughing, that gut-busted laugh like clowns and cartoon characters do. I'd never been so scared in my life. I kept expecting one of them laughing weirdos to reach out and grab one of us in the dark, but we just kept running. We found the stairs and half fell down them all the way. Moon twisted her ankle and we had to start supporting her between the two of us. There was nobody on the stairs, but when we got to the pool room, it was full of people, all laughing hysterically, laughing like it was killing them. With the moon coming through the glass up top, we could see everybody, and I thought for sure that was it. They'd grab us, but nobody even paid attention to us. Everybody just staggering around and laughing. Then they started pulling their faces off. Pulled them right off like a veil. Moon stopped giving a shit about her ankle, and we all ran, down the huge castle hallway in the dark, full of laughing people with no faces, and out the huge front doors. I don't remember all of it. I remember seeing wet, peeled faces with huge eyes and teeth in the dark, tongues hanging out as they howled with laughter. We ran all the way out to Andrews Drive before I ever looked back. I saw all them weird-looking folks with no faces staring at us back there as we ran, nobody making a move. And then they all started running, coming right after us. I screamed some kind of weird noise I'd never heard myself make and pushed both the girls and ran faster. We crossed the vacant lot and turned towards First Baptist to get back to Moon's car, and there were 100 of them things behind us. They started spreading out into the neighborhood, still laughing like maniacs. There were so many of them. I ran faster. I kept pushing the girls, but Moon could only run so fast, and we wasn't going to leave her. We ran into Mr. Acrie's backyard, and he had a jack-o'-lantern on all 4 posts of his back porch, and bowls of candy on a table that was done up that looked like a mad scientist's operating table. The table was skirted with a white sheet stained with fake blood. We ran right up onto the porch and hid under the table behind the bloody sheet. A crazy, witch's cackle let out right above us, and we all nearly flipped the table over. Then we realized that Mr. Acrie had one of those Halloween tapes playing in a boombox on the porch somewhere. We heard laughing all over the neighborhood. We heard Mr. Acrie saying, "Oh God," as he shut the sliding glass door to his back porch and locked it. We heard chains rattling and ghosts moaning and werewolves howling from the boombox hidden somewhere. I thought I could hear glass breaking and screaming every now and then, but with the tape going it was hard to tell. And I was so scared. Worst night of my life. Somehow we fell asleep like that, and in the morning, everything was okay. We snuck off Mr. Acrie's porch and back to Moon's car just after sunup. We dropped Caroline off first. She had lost her straw hat somewhere and looked more like a dead farmer than a scarecrow. The only thing she said that morning was, "Don't you dare drive away until you see me go into my house." That was the only thing she ever said to me ever again. She works at the bank now, and she still won't talk to me when I'm in there. Anyway. On the way to my house, I saw something in the ashtray in Moon's car. It was a big old cigar. She didn't smoke. I picked it up with the sleeve of my jacket and tossed it out the T-top. When I got back to my house, I asked Moon to call me when she got home, and I snuck in through the back door hoping not to get caught. Both my brothers were still awake, though, watching Hellraiser on the old black and white TV in the kitchen. I let them think what they wanted to, and grabbed a couple snack cakes and headed to my room to sit by the phone until Moon called. She called about 5 minutes later, and she just said, "I'm home," before she hung up. We didn't talk a whole lot after that. One time the following school year, we sat together at lunch and she asked me if it was real, if all that had really happened that night. And I said, yeah, of course it did. I'll never forget it. And that was the last time we talked. She graduated and moved away that year. I never did hear anything weird about that Halloween night from anyone else in town. And that's it. That's the Northgate story. That's how I know firsthand it's dangerous out there. Something ain't right. Why y'all laughing? Why y'all laughing like that? Oh God, Beth, no. Your face. Oh God.
Here we are again for another Devil's Night, dear receiver. This is Heather Melton of the Lurking News, and I hope you're having a merry night of devilry indeed. All is well here at the station, although we are getting reports that there are some strange masked figures lurking about. So, keep those doors and windows locked. You are not safe now or ever. Blessed Samhain and happy Halloween.
Welcome to the Bitch Bay Carnival Sideshow, the greatest show you'll ever see. 10 live acts, all under one roof, each one crazier than the last. Come right in and see the show. See Electra, the living dynamo. She'll shock you right out of your seat. Come see the terrifying Tigress, the strongest woman in the world. Step inside and catch a glimpse of the rubber man, and you'll see him bend right out of shape. See the death-defying Starbucks act, and...
Hello? See the death-defying Starbucks act, and many more, all inside under the...
See the death-defying Starbucks act, and many more, all inside under the boardwalk here at...
See the death-defying Starbucks act, and many more, all inside. Okay, hello? Who's there? Oh, Jesus. All right. Congratulations. You scared the shit out of me. Who would even... Joe? Or... Diane? Oh, come on. What is this? Pick on the drama major day? You know, just because I went to college doesn't make me first of May earn and learn. Or maybe I'm just talking to myself. Hello? Hello? Okay. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Ah!
What the fuck?
No. No!
Okay. Hello? Who's there? What is this? Pick on the drama major day? Welcome, Beach Bay Carnival Sideshow Electra Dynamo. Electra Dynamo. Step inside, who's there, rubber man? All under one roof. Come right in and come right in and see the show. Electra the Dynamo. Starbucks Boardwalk Rubberman, Tigress the Death-defying Dynamo, Beach Bay Dynamo Carnival. Come Electra Carnival and many more. See the death-defying act of many more. Many more. Many more.
This is Heather Melton of the Lurking News, and I can now report firsthand that there are indeed strange masked figures out tonight. The masks are pale and fleshy and don't look like anything you would buy at the store. The figures wearing these masks are traveling in groups of 3, singing eerie songs. More on this as it develops, dear receiver.
Come on, Graham, let me in. Shit. Oh, not this asshole. How you doing, Ranch? And Trixie? Good girl.
Don't how you doing ranch me. Tell that retard friend of yours to turn the goddamn music down, or I'm gonna evict his ass. Poor Trixie girl can't get any sleep.
Yeah, sure, I'll let him know.
I see you're planning on doing some partying, huh?
Oh, this? Just a few beers, man. You should join us. Bring that flask in your overalls with you.
Don't be a fucking smart ass boy. Get some pussy or something. Stop hanging out with that nut job up there. You're gonna get yourself into fucking trouble.
Right, can I just say...
Save it. You know, that's your generation's problem. Y'all don't give a shit about nothing, but always got an excuse to not do shit. Oh, you're pissing and moaning, but never can get shit done. Y'all turn over a cop car and think you won a fucking war. Boy, I've seen things that'll make you shit yourself, even if I just whispered them to you. Y'all never would have lasted against those sand niggers in Kuwait.
Kuwait?
Fucking Gulf War. Wow, fuck it. Just tell that dipshit to keep it down up there so we can get some fucking sleep. Come on, Trixie.
Oh, cocksucker. Graham, open the fuck up!
Oh, shit, dude. How long you been out here?
Too long. Oh, Ranch says you're a retard, and to turn down the goddamn music.
Fucking old cocksucker. You better shut the fuck up. I just paid his ass rent. Wait until you see what I got. New Terra Nosferatu, Moon Tyrant, some Thunderload, and...
What? Just tell me already.
this.
Nice. A new zine? NECROZOIC? Interesting title.
Yeah, not just any fucking zine. I'll tell you about it later, after we're real fucked up. But for now, let's just check out these jams.
I probably wouldn't even know what it was talking about anyway. I'm so behind on everything.
Your line, good sir.
Nah, I'm good.
Good? Ezra, sworn enemy of decency, the repairer of repugnance. I feel a continental drift between us.
Nah, I just gotta pass a drug test for this job.
A fucking drug test? You've been domesticated, man. I knew it would happen.
Domesticated?
Ezra, you're turning into a fucking bourgeois bitch. I mean, look at you strolling in here with sweatpants and sandals.
Slides.
What?
Not sandals, they're slides. They're comfortable. I didn't see any reason to wear fucking combat boots. My bad. And come on, man, you don't even have a fucking job. You sell fucking dime bags of dirt weed to 12-year-olds at the school bus stop. You live in a garage apartment that reeks of gasoline and mildew. No car, no license, nothing. Don't talk shit to me because I didn't wear a spiked gauntlet or bullet belt.
Well, Ezra, tell me how you really feel.
Let's not ruin a good night, alright? Kick out the jams, my friend. Who's this?
Moon Tyrant. Here's the tape.
Are they racist?
I don't know. I don't fucking care. They are on some social media bullshit posting pictures of them as some gothic vampire faggots. I know that. Real fucking darkness, man.
Right, but I mean, who really cares? It's just music.
I suppose not you, right, Ez?
I'm just saying I'm more impressed with this zine. Well, by impressed, I mean utterly creeped the fuck out. Did it come with these photographs? What the hell is this? A crater? And this one. It looks like a fucking dragon or something.
Photos? I thought they were like drawings or something. Creepy as hell. Like some deformed fucking dinosaurs or some shit. Oh, look at that one. It actually makes me want to fucking puke.
Is this even about black metal?
I guess. I don't know. I would assume.
Where'd you get it? Did it come with the tapes?
No. It just showed up. No return address, no name. What's weird is when I opened the mailer, I didn't even remember ordering a zine. I thought I must have blacked out and drunk ordered, but I checked my PayPal and nothing. No internet history or site or anything. Couldn't find any info on NECROZOIC, on a message board or anything.
What's this on the back? Some kind of manifesto?
Read it.
The geologic time scale has been abused by humankind in their denial of biological composition? What the fuck?
Keep going.
Disassembled skeletons erected in error. False fossilization and empty hypothesis assumed with arrogance. Fuck Jurassic Park and the corrupt corporations that attempt to depreciate the first and only true Earth age. From the bowels of Earth's sedimentary and metamorphic rock they will emerge. Denounce the crater. Swear allegiance to the behemoth. Devour the fungus. Al awaits with further instruction. Al? Instructions? What's this green shit all over the page? Is this fucking mold?
Well, let's do what it says. Eat the fucking mold.
You really are retarded, aren't you? It's probably some homemade narcotic to knock us out, and dude is probably waiting around to abduct us for sex trafficking. You gotta watch out what distro you order from, man. Are your doors locked?
Don't be a bitch. This is more than fucking black metal, man. Something black metal can't even top. You would have been all over this a couple years ago.
Fuck off, Cram.
Domesticated, man. Like a fucking dog.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll show you domesticated.
Now we're talking.
Shit. The fuck? Hello?
Ezra! You make it home okay?
I guess. Head is fucking killing me.
You were pretty fucked up last night.
What do you mean?
That mold and headbanging have serious side effects.
What are you babbling about?
You don't remember? You don't remember Al?
Who's Al?
Damn, you really don't remember. Al said that would happen. The future, the past, the present. It's all obsolete now. I've seen the crater. Up close. Al was right, man.
Graham? Graham! Shit. Better go check on this moron. Graham, open up! What is all this fucking mold all over the place? Really gotta talk to that cocksucker ranch. Graham! Open up! Turn some lights on, Graham. Fuck. There we go. Open up.
Ezra. Hey, man.
Hey, dude. What's with the shovel? You okay? You look like you've been digging up a septic tank.
Ezra, why don't you go grab us some beers from the fridge, buddy? They're good and cold. We have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, sure. No problem. The fuck is going on? Fuck! Fuck! What the fuck? Graham? Graham? Why the fuck is Trixie's head in the fucking fridge?
All this time, I thought I had seen it all. Traveled to the depths of obscurity. But no, now I've seen the primordial ooze, the crater from which we've crawled. The wrong world. I have looked beyond the sediments of time's scars.
The behemoth's true form is waiting for us.
What the fuck is happening? We have to get you to the hospital, man. I think there's fumes from this place fucking with you.
You must see what I see. Peer into the portal.
What the fuck are those things? What are they doing? Some fucking prehistoric orgy? Fuck!
There's original inhabitants, exiled from existence, but now they shall conquer the Cenozoic and the oppression of the Homo sapien. But now, the ritual must be complete. The human heads must be offered to them for them to pass through.
I wish I felt remorse for this, Ezra.
But you would have never made it anyways. You were never elite enough. Al chose me!
Fuck!
No, Ezra! No!
God damn, Graham, you pissed me off before, but never to the point of smacking you with a fucking shovel. Damn it, you cut off Ranch's head too? What the fuck is happening to him? Fuck! Get the fuck off me! Fuck! Graham, I have to do this. Graham, I have to do this. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Ezra, you can't.
Who the fuck are you? What are you?
Names are but a construct of the Homo sapien. To dress us properly, you would have to remove your head. But now, you will be the fossils we erect as monuments to our final conquest. We will walk again.
Oh, fuck. Please, God, please.
Don't look to the sky. Watch us rise from beneath. Dig in the dirt. Crawl back into your crater, primitive beast.
This is Heather Melton of Lurking News, and I am here to report that 3 of the strange masked figures broke into the station. But as many before them, they came to realize too late their mistake. Under the mask, they are beautiful and weird, like alien flowers. They'll make a nice addition to my collection. They taste like zucchini and bring back childhood memories. Merry Devil's Night, blessed Samhain, and happy Halloween. A toast to you. With the blood of the innocent, may you live through the night.
The Lurking Transmission is created, produced, directed, and engineered by Evan Dean Shelton, except for this episode, which was also directed and engineered by Edwin Callihan. The first tale, Lights Out, Halloween, 1989, was written and performed by Evan Dean Shelton. The first song was The Lurking Transmission by Shulkskull. The second tale was Bay Carnival Grind, written by O.F. Cieri and performed by Anthony Bothelo. The second song was Lessons in Lurking, Killer Klown Mix by Brian Sangmeister. The third tale, NECROZOIC, was written by Edwin Callihan and performed by Edwin Callihan and Evan Dean Shelton. The third song was TLAMNALLI by TZOMPANTLI. The backing track used for the Lurking News in this episode is by Brian Sangmeister. The voice of the Lurking News is Heather Melton. The voice of the Lurking Credits is me, Jennifer Robertson. Everything you hear within the space of the Lurking Transmission is protected by copyright law, but we here at the Lurking Transmission are outlaws and black magicians. Therefore, we don't rely on the law. If you fuck with us, we will fuck with you. While we have your attention, dear receiver, we ask that you do us a favor. If you enjoy the transmission, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. Get in touch. Don't be scared. Blessed Samhain, and happy Halloween, dear receiver. Until next time, remember, this is called horror, not fun times in foggy cemeteries. Pick up your knife and let's go. See you on the other side. Stay tuned, dear receiver, for the Lurking Transmission will return.
There is a lady of white light. She rises with the stars at night. Beware her children, they claw and bite. Harvest your soul and savor the fright. The birds take to the skies when the leaves start to fall. The shadows linger and the nights grow tall. Pumpkins glow with a grin. Spirits sing and dance on the wind. What sin would you taste to feel innocent again?